Hey guys, I just got out of the theater and watched Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. I wasn't super hyped to see this movie. The trailer didn't really do it for me, so I'm gonna let you know if it was nope or dope. Film features an ensemble voice cast including Lana Condor, Toni Collette, and Will Forte. I'll tell you a little bit about later who was the best character for me in the movie. This film is a coming-of-age story that follows a shy 16-year-old female, Ruby Gillman, who's just trying to fit into her Oceanside high school. She's smitten in love with this boy named Connor who she tutors and even calls him this.
Anything for my algebra?
You what now?
I mean, bro!
She's super self-conscious. She knows she's different, so it makes it even more difficult to ask him out to the prom. And on top of that, her mother, played by the great Toni Collette, won't let her go of the water. But guess what? The prom is on a boat on the water. Obviously, this isn't a spoiler review, and I'm not going to get into spoilers, but at some point, she does get into the water, and that sets the stage for the rest of the movie. The best parts of the movie for me are what happened on the surface. She has a great group of friends, but the heart and soul of this movie is the dynamic between Ruby and her mother. As a parent, I really understand what Ruby's mother was trying to do and just protect her daughter. But also as a kid and teenager not too long ago, I knew how stressful it was having a parent who wouldn't let you do something you thought was not that big of a deal. And the movie does a good job balancing, making you understand what the mother feels and also what Ruby feels. And this is a coming-of-age story for Ruby. We've seen this before in other movies and animated movies before. A fish out of water story. This almost feels like an opposite of The Little Mermaid. Instead of from sea to land, it's from land to sea. In some respects, this almost feels like a superhero origin story when Ruby goes down into the water and meets her grandmother, played by the great Jane Fonda. And there are scenes similar to many superhero origin stories like Iron Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Ant-Man, where there is a scene of learning her powers. The standout performance for me are Ruby's Uncle Bliss and Will Forte's Gordon Lighthouse. Will Forte plays Gordon Lighthouse, which is obviously a play on the Gordon fisherman, who is a fisherman that just wants to capture the Kraken and show it all over social media. You know, a lot of this movie, everyone's on their phones, sounds like reality. He wants to be the guy that cracks the Kraken. Crazy Uncle Bliss, who's one of those guys that just doesn't mean to say anything, but says too much. And he does that throughout the movie, and I found it hilarious. And the character of Chelsea, played by Annie Murphy. Obviously, they're trying to do a little jab at Disney. This is their Ariel, same red hair, same looks. I thought it was funny. The moment I saw her, I knew something was up with her. This is a movie about accepting who you are, being unique, and just because you're different, that actually makes you special. And honestly, after the trailers, my expectations were low for this movie, and that actually might have helped my enjoyment of this movie. Really didn't have any expectations. I thought this looked kind of average, but after watching this movie, this definitely is a dope for me. If you had a chance to see it already, type dope in the comments, make this a double D. This really is a nice Saturday afternoon matinee animated movie that boys and girls alike can watch this. At first my boy was like, there's a lot of girls in this movie theater. I'm like, yeah, well, it's a female character, but it really didn't matter in the end of it. I enjoyed it. The crowd seemed to love it. You know, the animation was good. It's not top tier animated movie. It's not bottom level. It's not even at the mid. I think it's upper mid level type animated movie. It's a straightforward story, good emotion in it, good animation, a lot of comedy, which I enjoyed. A lot of the comedy hit for me. There's a lot of adult jokes in there that maybe kids don't understand, and it's not crazy vulgar stuff, but if you're a teenager, definitely can understand the humor in it, and that's where the sweet spot of the age is. It's like teenager, maybe a little bit younger, because you can relate to this type of movie. But again, guys, if you're new to the channel, check out our other reactions, hit that like button, type dope if you love this movie, and we'll see you later. Peace.